I'm not buying it. See, this is why I'm hated by a lot of brothers and sisters, especially in the spiritual community. Because you just can't tell me shit no more. And tell me to have faith. You can't do that to me no more. I study too much. No, I'm not taking your word for it. I will never take your word for shit. You tell me that, the moment that my intuition, the moment that my gut instinct, the moment that these electrons and protons and neutrons start becoming in, and I get that sense, the moment that my ears start watering differently, the moment that I start hearing the information, I feel let me go research. That don't sound right. I ain't the one that tuck away feelings. I don't tuck away feelings. I don't bury mixed emotions. Need different vehicles. There is no dimension of densities where you can travel to, even in your dreams you're in about. But we don't come from this realm. I remember a lot of my past lives. Like, I know for a fact that I'm from Orion's belt. You have some people that's from Pleiades. You have some people that's from Sirius A, Sirius B. We have to realize that we are eternal beings, eternal creatures. Death is an illusion. All death means is that you're no longer sustaining this vehicle, but you have many different vehicles. There is no dimension of densities where you can travel to, even in your dreams you're in the body, right? When you.
All right, Shalom. This is Gamali Allah of Great Millstone, Atlanta. I want to give all praises to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, and Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, now it's a quick lesson. And based on, I don't have a title. I had one that slipped my mind, but anyway. This guy, as you see, Yaki awakened, all right, and he claims to have all the answers. You know, if you look at his page on TikTok, and I just stumbled across this guy. The second video I showed you is the video that I found, but you know, this guy claims to be from. He claims he knows his past life. He's from, you know, Sirius 8 or whatever planet he said he's from. This is why you can't listen to these people, man. These people are bugged out, man, you know. Which this guy, you know, I mean, when you watch him, you know, he does make some points, but I would say majority of it is just lies, you know, lies and deception, man, you know. You know, he probably may believe it to be true, but it's just not true. So let's just get some precepts, because he even said, you know, I'm not listening to it. So he said the moment. So if you try to tell this guy the truth, he's going to buck up against it. But then on the TikTok, the caption or whatever, it says knowledge is power. Well, his knowledge is not power. His knowledge is foolishness, man. 1 Corinthians 8:1, now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. All right, so this guy is puffed up, like he said. I mean, he said, I'm not about to have faith. Like I said, if you tell this guy the truth, certain individuals, you know, you can't teach them anything, man. You know, you just you listen. They just want you to listen because they got all the answers figured out. They don't want to learn nothing from you. They want to listen, which, you know, is one thing to have knowledge, but knowledge is nothing without wisdom. Wisdom is knowing how to apply knowledge, okay? And a wise person knows that he knows nothing. That's when you obtain wisdom, because there's so much we don't know, man. You know, let's see, let's get let me look for it. 4:16. I think it's 1 Timothy. Bear with me one moment. 1 Timothy can find it. Okay, 2 Timothy 3:16, it says, all scripture is given, I'll start 15, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in YAHAWASHI HaMashiach. So this guy, like I said, if you tell him the truth, he said, man, I don't have to, as soon as I feel uneasy about it. So he's going based off of his own emotions and feelings. He's not going based off of, the truth. Okay, he's not going based off of what the Lord said. He doesn't have any faith. But it says you obtain wisdom through the scriptures. It's verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. Okay? So that's what the Bible is beneficial for. But, there's a lot of people that claim, a lot of people with so-called information that, and they're very on that melanin, they always talk about melanin and carbon and, your elements and, Africa and, spiritual. That's all that is, man. That's all that is. It's just all, they all go back to Egypt, some way or one way or another. They all go back to the teachings of Egypt. Another thing this guy said, I was just on his TikTok browsing, but he's talking about we ain't supposed to wear clothes and, we was meant to be naked. These are the people that and this guy has, people listening like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Proverbs 1:21-22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Because really, this is simplicity. This guy, it sounds deep. He makes it sound very like even the scriptures say, it's talking about the wicked, but this guy has wicked spirits on him. But it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. So it sounds smooth. It sounds, Jake can use big words and, like you even had this guy, Polite. Polite used to deceive people with that, using big words and, anthropomorphize, that type stuff, trying just going above people's heads. And the simple one will just, eat it all up, man. But it's really simplicity. There's nothing deep about it. There's really nothing deep about it. Because the truth, people think that the truth is just some it's got to be you got to go through a dark rainforest and, discover this secret herb, and you take the herb in the depths of the Amazon and you start to, whatever, or, you see some man floating, you go through the forest and you see some man floating, he's going to tell you all the answers. No, man. The truth is really actually very simple, Now the scriptures is deep, with the parables and the prophecies, the scriptures does get deep, but the things we need for salvation is very simple. Hey, you an Israelite, you're an Israelite, you're a son of YAHAWASHI. Your enemy is the so-called white man, and this place is going to be destroyed, via thermonuclear destruction. And don't take the chip. That's all you really need to know. That's all you really need to know right now. You were Israelite, and that comes along with, restraining from certain things such as eating pork, getting lineups, committing adultery, and so you're Israelite, you know your enemy, Okay. You know, some, know a little bit of history, go into the history of the Israelites, and prophecy, man. That's all we really need to know. And that's not even hard to grasp, man. I mean, you can obtain this stuff, easily. That's what we read. The scriptures is profitable for reproof, for instruction in righteousness. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Okay? So like I said, this guy, it may seem deep, but it's really foolishness. And he has points, stuff like that. But if it ain't the wisdom of YAHAWASHI, it's nothing, man. Verse 20, I'll just skip down to verse 28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. So this guy is not choosing the fear of the Lord, man. He's choosing his own mind and his own way of thinking. That's what he trusts. Like I said, like he said, by his own mouth, which is, as soon as it don't feel right to me. So he trusts his own thoughts and his own, which the scriptures do say, there's a man that seemeth right, but the end thereof is death. So you may think you're right in your own eyes. And that's him. He thinks he's right in his own eyes. He thinks he's got all the answers. He's got it figured out. But it's really just pride. It's going to be to his own. He's really just fooling himself. He's playing himself, But it says that they hated knowledge and they did not choose the fear of the Lord. So this guy isn't choosing the fear of the Lord. And he really hates knowledge, the knowledge of the Bible, which is the true knowledge that matters. Yeah, he claims to know, you came from this planet, that planet. Well, where the hell is he getting that shit from, number one? This dude's just pulling stuff out of his ass, man. But you people, oh, shit, man. Oh, wow. This guy knows what planet he came from. That's a bunch of BS, man. So, I'm not going to be too long with it. I'll end up on that. But I'll give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWASHI, Shalom.